And we are back into the action. Cleaning the Helter Skelter. So the last one we did was the washroom, and that was really annoying because of all of the mold. I'm hoping that this one, there's going to be rust, that's for sure. But I'm hoping it's not going to be quite so tedious. Now there is an achievement for this one where you have to clean everything that has lights on it first, I believe. That includes the sign, fairly certain. It's the sign and the light strips all up and down the outside of the tower. And the whole surround up the top. So I've already got the achievement, but I'm kind of on the idea of I'll try and do the same sorts of things as a bit of demonstration. These sorts of maps where it's like clean X first are much better than the ones where it's clean X last, for example. Because at least you don't have to do the rest of a very large map while you're waiting. A lot of mold on the back of the sign, looks like, so just gonna use the red nozzle on that one. So these wrapping bits around the side are also considered the sign, not the sign post. Zoink, zoink, zoink. Right, so we're gonna have to do the sides of those and also on the insides. Just right in there. I'm gonna guess, okay, it's the outside of this. And I wonder if it's also the top of the sign as well. Top and maybe even the bottom. We've done the bottom, but maybe the top. Looks like it, if we can get a good angle on it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just needed a touch. So that's the sign. Now the light strips are the ones around the outside. And then there's the top ring frame that has the lights on up there as well. Which we will need the scaffolding for. Yep, up we go. Nice big tall scaffolding. Which we probably should have moved slightly closer first, but never mind. Extra long. Now, how filthy is it? Can I get away with just using the yellow? I'm gonna guess not, but maybe. We also might be able to get it just looking up from the bottom. I think the frame also includes some margins on the top, but I think also an amount underneath. So we're going to have to drop down. And then there's these bits here, which are barely getting cleaned at this distance, even with the extra long nozzle. I remember there was a fair few tricky angles of this one. It is nice seeing the lights all just start to shine through as you do them. That's the thing, is that because they had the lights sorted out. There's the carousel that we did a while ago, and they had it so that there you cleaned the lights and they shone through. The washroom that I was doing yesterday, you clean one of the lights and it almost seemed to come from behind it. It didn't really seem to work properly. Whee! Made it. Right, so yeah, this is the top ring frame as well. Do we have to go at least as far as this looks like? And then... Nope, looks like it's even all the way over to here, perhaps. Which is a bit confusing, because it's like, clean all of the things with lights, but this bit doesn't have any lights on it, but the other side of it certainly does. And it's all one piece, it seems. So there's an amount of this that we're only going to be able to get from the outside and also beneath. But that's what we can get from up here, at least. Let's do it. Time for an extension. So that's the top. Whee! Hey, I can just stand on the rail here and get the rest of this, so we can do the top of it, and then we can do the outside of it easily enough as well. We can actually just take the extension off again now. Thankfully, despite being metal, it's not super rusty, which is nice. I think the idea is that it like fell off this trailer or something. I don't know what sort of trailer you have this sized thing on, but something like that. Like fell off the trailer and rolled into a river or something. There's mold on the rail. Of course there is. Okay, I didn't need to go prone, I could probably just... just crouch should do. So that bit behind there, I'm actually going to have to follow the slide around even further to be able to get underneath. It's kind of a weird thing that it goes the whole way around. But there's the lights. That's the reason we're trying to clean this bit. Get on this. Kind of get the outside. But we're not going to be able to get the proper angle to clean all of it from the outside. So that's where we just need to use the scaffold again. So we shouldn't waste too much time on that. The important thing from down here is actually just to get the bit on the inside, because that'll be harder to get from the scaffold. And I guess also the inside edge of these bits here. That actually doesn't look too bad, which is interesting. Maybe they just didn't put dirt there. So there's a definite little lip there, but it doesn't look like I'm actually cleaning anything really off it. And now we're around underneath the initial part. And then there's a slide frame next to it. there's the other bit of the top ring frame, and then underneath here as well is the bit that I couldn't reach from the other side. Okay. Now I've got to do these bits here on the inside, and then we'll have to do the front face. There we go. So that's everything from underneath, I think. I wonder how nitpicky it actually is going to get, or whether it'll just... Okay, yeah, it'll just do it from there anyway. I didn't need to get all the way underneath and stuff it out. I think it was just going to give it to me anyway. Oh well. That's fine. Contrast that to like the tile floors of the washroom, where you're chasing bits that you can't even see. Ding! They do shine nice and brightly, don't they? Big light strips. And we don't need the extension on anymore while we're this close. So it's these channel lights is the key point that you're trying to get. Got to be careful that you don't get the panel that they're on top of. It's just the lights. Get what we can from up here. And then there's more further down. So this bit actually terminates there, looks like. Oh yeah, no, we can just get them from up top. Nice. So we're getting a few already. Yeah. And then it'll be all lit up for us. I think that's pretty much it. There might be some other bits that have lights on as well, but I think it's just the top frame, the sign that you first see when you come in, and these channel lights here. It's hard to get a good angle on them the whole way around because you kind of move around and move down, so you're kind of missing the tops of them to an extent. So far it's been pretty forgiving on them. Just kind of shoot what you can from that side, and then get them from this side. Sweet. But if it doesn't ding, it'll be because you just need to get an angle from above. Yeah, so this one, for example, we're just going to have to shoot down on a bit. Things are also just getting a bit far away without any extension on for the top. It's also going to be hard to get the scaffold around this side to get to the top of them. It's where sometimes you have to do some trick shots from as you're jumping off the platform above and just spread on your way down. You really need to have like zip lining skills and stuff in this, where you can rappel down from things. Like attach hook, and then you can just rappel down and winch yourself back up from various spots. That would be really cool. Started watching this small TV show the other day called Breaking Bad. Yeah, small indie show. Yeah, you probably haven't heard of it before. I have never watched Breaking Bad myself. It's not my kind of show. I've just seen all the memes from it. Not hugely into, like, crime dramas in general, let alone ones where it's the people breaking the law who are in the spotlight. But I do know it's got good performances. Good actors. we're getting what we can of the bits underneath here, simply because when it comes to shooting down from above, we're not going to get the underneath angle, we're going to have the opposite problem. So we're just trying to get what we can of the bits underneath, and then we'll worry about shooting down the gaps between the slide and the building to be able to get the rest of it. Okay, we'll still manage to get that one at least. I think we'd already started the top of that one already. So now we've got to go all the way back up again, and so this one's been done, this one's been done. So it's from here. This one here we haven't done, so we need to find down the gap. There we are. And we'll probably have to get a bit from the other side as well. Can't actually even see what we're doing, but we know that the water's going down there. It's a bit tricky. So very much spray and pray. Hey, we got that one, that's good. What's left on these channel lights, I wonder? Oh, those are done. Okay. These ones, there we go. Okay, those are done. Those are done. Those are not. God, it's really hard to actually get a good angle on those at all. Yeah, those are tricky. I have to see if we can get the scaffold in. Yeah, I don't have a good enough angle at those. Didn't know what it was until like 5 years ago when your high school chemistry teacher started talking to your class about it. Was he giving his own personal accounts? Ah, whoa, okay. Yeah, I don't want to put the scaffold up here. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Can you let me select the ground, please? There we go. No. No. There we go. Okay. Right. Which are the bits that I'm missing? These. Good. These. Good. Those ones I've already got. Those done. Done. These are still to be done. There we are. These are still to be done. I think we've done everything. Oops, wrong one. Channel lights, 16 out of 16. Yep. Sign, done. Top ring frame, done. Yeah, so I believe, so I've already got the achievement, so I can't double verify it. But I believe that is all of the lit elements that you need to get the achievement for this. Boing. Now it's time to start from the tip and work our way down again. I forget when Breaking Bad actually started becoming a show. It's quite old now, I think, isn't it? It's been around a while, so it's not surprising that there's people who don't know much about it. That's not the way reflections work, but okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there's people who are just discovering it for the first time again. It's been around a while. When I was at university, college, I guess, whichever you want to call it, there was an intermediate school nearby, middle school nearby, and the chemistry teacher there was done for cooking meth in his home. It's kind of amusing. Someone took a little bit too much inspiration. 2008 to 2013. Okay, so they were ahead of the curve, because I was at university from 2005 to 2007 inclusive, I think. So I would have left 2008, I guess, was my first year living in Auckland. I think. I don't know. It's a while ago now. That's a long time. I realized how long a couple of years ago when I left jobs, because I realized I'd been at the same place for like 14 years. So yeah, that's a while. Had my 14th wedding anniversary just the other day, so yep. Not a spring chicken anymore. As my ever-increasing grey hairs are quick to tell me. You can't see them because they're covered by my headphones. There's Better Call Saul, yeah, that came along a bit later. That was less popular. That was kind of an obvious spin-off attempt to try and cash in on how well the first one did. I mean, it probably still did well, just not as well. But it's hard to compare against something that had such popularity. I remember The Sopranos had a similar sort of peak following, and then Breaking Bad kind of followed that on in terms of, like, series where the criminals are the ones that you're following the exploits of, rather than it being a crime show that you're following the law enforcement. Okay, so what is there? Ah, this is still roof, not eaves or anything. But almost finished polishing the tip. And then we're just going to work our way down. The design of the Helter Skelter is kind of pleasing, the fact that it is just basically a big spiral. So you can just logically work your way down from the top. It's quite nice. And you've just got the slide that you can just stand on as a platform to work from the whole way down. The only annoying bits are here, where we run out of platform to stand on, and we just have to walk our way backwards around the ledge. Of course we could use the scaffolding, but why would we do that? Oh, we did earlier, so, yeah. I usually try and use it as little as possible. Mainly because it's just so annoying to move all the time. Because you constantly have to just keep shifting it. Okay, so we should probably go to there, like around here or something. Just work our way down these panels, I guess, actually. There we go, top frame. If we make sure we get every single one of those as we go, there'll be the frames and the panels. It would be nice to just get them all as we go so we know that we don't have to come back up here. So that panel is done, the frame is not. We'll see if we remember when we get to the other side. But we do need to shoot at it from the other side. And then there's the top frame down the bottom as well. Oh, okay, no, we did get that after all. Alright. Good frame. Boink. Bad for Bryan Cranston, such a good actor, but he'll just be known as Walter White. I mean, before that, he was known as the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, right? So, when you're a TV actor, like, less so for film actors certainly get typecast as well. I mean, you just look at Daniel Radcliffe for Harry Potter. Yeah, there'll always be roles that people will just know you as. Though it's easier to break out of them when it's, like, from a child acting role. Imagine, because then you can just get into more serious roles later if you want to, or you could just probably retire because you did pretty well for yourself. But yeah, with TV actors in particular, if you're in a long-running series, then yeah, you just have to accept that for the next 10 or so years, you will be known as so-and-so. So for him, he will be known at conventions and such as Walter White by a demographic of the population, but the slightly older population from that will know him instead as, yeah, Malcolm in the Middle dad. I never watched that show either, so I don't know their names, but I'm fairly sure he was the dad in that. And it just means that, oh well, you then just need to find another good role to overwrite the previous one, basically. If you're not happy being Walter White, then just get into another successful series, which shouldn't be difficult, because people would love to have your name attached to something. And then people will know you as something else. People who have never seen Breaking Bad because they were too young will instead learn to know you as someone else. Or a notable film role or something instead. But also, he's not getting any younger, so he could probably just retire too if he wanted to. That's the amount of Albuquerque's tourism still comes from Breaking Bad. I mean, they've got to get something going from it, right? The only things I know about Albuquerque are Breaking Bad and the Weird Al Yankovic song. So, I mean... I mean, hey, the main reason a lot of people know about New Zealand is Lord of the Rings. You just gotta roll with it, you know? So, top door frame. Okay, so the red bit is the door frame. Everything within it is the door. So we've got a little seam here that we need to get cleaned. We're just missing a few bits, it seems. And I'm not entirely sure what. That handle still looks a bit filthy. The door frame definitely still needs a bit of work as well. Probably along the top as well, I guess. And from the other side. I'm not sure what's left on the door, though. Maybe around the outside of the star? Still can't pronounce Albuquerque for the life of you. I mean, I assume I'm pronouncing it correct. But the only reason I know the pronunciation is from the Weird Al Yankovic song. So... Albuquerque. I mean, you could just as easily call it Albuquerque. And there's very few people who would care to correct you. It's not a huge population town, I don't think. What still remains of the door? Because the top actually looks pretty clean. Apparently not clean enough. Okay. And then, okay, we just need to go into non-aim view mode so that we can see the highlights if it tells us about any stains. But I'm not seeing anything on the door. Tab time. Okay, so a little bit down here. There we go. Once again with the stains that I can't really see with the naked eye. Ding ding. About 500,000 people live in Albuquerque. Yeah, well, that's about a third of those who live in Portland, so not a desperately huge number. I know as the state capitals go, they just kind of start reducing steadily in size once you get out of the really massive places. Then you have states that only have a few 100,000 people in the state. Ding ding. That thing's been an eyesore for years. Yeah, I can believe it. But I can also understand people enjoying it. So, hey, don't shit on a man's fun, you know. Ding ding. Ding. Isn't the state capital? Oh, my bad. One of those things where, like, largest city is not the capital. I mean, the capital of New Zealand's Wellington, not Auckland, so yeah. There's only like a half dozen states where the capital is the biggest city, I think, isn't it? You know, like California's Sacramento, not LA or San Fran. Ding, 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 ding. Almost done the entire top. There's the frame done, so we just need to do this panel, that window frame, that frame is already done. There we go. So now the panel, probably need to do some bits, oops, at the top. Oh, apparently I'm crouched. I did not intend to do that. So what am I missing on this panel? That, apparently. Okay, so now the top frame, there is this bit that goes around the bottom. Well, while I'm here, I'm just going to do the side of the railing, because that's going to be annoying to do from any other place. Okay, so then top frame. What bits did I miss from here? It's looking pretty clean, but I must have missed a few. Ah, there we go. There's some spots. Ah, there we go. As I started to lose the ability to see the top of it, basically. Now I should try and get just like the tops of these bits here as I go around too, probably. I should actually do the railing on the top first. But we'll do these bits down to this little line. Okay, well there's one of the panels done. Another panel done. Good, good, good. That one we're probably not going to be able to complete until we're underneath. So that's a good place to get up to. And then, yeah, the rest we'll have to shoot from the other side. You can do like the inside of the slide a bit. I think the inside doesn't actually have any dirt on it, because it's just such a pain to be able to get to. Zoop, 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 zoop. I love how easy this is to clean. So I think the washroom took us so long, but it paid us less, and that's just because it was all like the mold and graffiti, whereas this, it's just mud. Glorious mud. I mean, there's a little bit of mold, like the railing of the slide looks like it's got a lot of mold on it, so that'll take us a bit longer. We'll get onto that basically at the end of the level. We'll probably save the slide till last, basically. Albuquerque was the capital for the longest time. Okay, yeah, so that's the other weird thing, is when the capital was once something and then just changes for some random reason. Even though it's the biggest city. It's like, why did you change? And yeah, especially when it's pretty central. But hey, whatever. Americans, right? Like, the reason Wellington became the capital here is because it's more central. And then there wasn't much of a size disparity, and then it's just changed over time because Auckland's the more convenient port, so that's where more and more businesses base themselves and more people have been living. I was going to do the railing. I should get on to doing the inside of the railing, and then I can do the outside from the scaffold. So let's do that panel, and now let's go back up to do the inside of all of these railing bits here. There's a bit of mold in there. While we're here, we may as well take care of that. Now we're going to hope that we can do the railing just with the yellow. Would be nice. So let's go this angle from this side. If it'll let me target properly. And then we can worry about shooting up the other way. Oh, we could do the top, actually, from, like, standing on the railing. Because we like health and safety. This is OSHA approved, right? It's fine. Until you started playing ATS, didn't know there were other cities in Nevada other than Vegas. That's fair. There's not many of them. I certainly didn't know many of them. Reno is about the only one that I'm fairly sure Reno's... Is that the capital of Nevada, I think? Something like that. My first way of learning anything about that part of the United States was from playing Fallout 2. So, you know. The capital Carter's is Carson City, right? Okay, my bad. Not Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 2 specifically. I did also play Fallout New Vegas, but not until later. Fallout 2 has Klamath, which is obviously based on Klamath Falls. It has Reno. Or New Reno, I think it was. Can't remember what they called San Francisco, but they called it something else. Fallout New Vegas was alright. I don't know. The 3D Fallout games just never really captured the same essence as the original Fallout games. Like, the whole point of them was more this, the turn-based combat and stuff. Never really felt the same. It's like, I don't know why they bothered making it the same franchise, realistically, but whatever. Did alright for them for a while. Except for how buggy it was, Jesus. They kind of phoned it in on the QA. Started to get to the point that they could just take too many liberties in releasing stuff that was broken, knowing that they could then just push out updates to fix things. Whereas originally, when stuff was still released on disc only, you couldn't really do that. Like, you could... Occasionally there would be patches that were released and new presses of the disc would have the updates, but otherwise you'd actually have to download them separately, and internet access was not guaranteed for everyone. So you get people who are just running on version 1 of the game and not even knowing that there was a new updated version. Whereas now, developers can just take liberties and just push broken games and then worry about fixing them up after release. It's kind of weird. You've played Fallout New Vegas? It is set in, you know, largely around Nevada. Like, a lot of the climax of the end of the storyline, I believe, is around Hoover Dam. I never finished it, I'll be honest. I played it for a while. I enjoyed sniping things with, was it the Rat Catcher or something, was an early sniper rifle you could get, and you could pot shot people and creatures alike from ages away with it, and it had like a super high critical damage rating or something. So once you got hold of that, if you could find it early in the game, and I managed to come across the cave that it is, once you find where it is, it just makes a lot of the game quite easy. You just snipe things from ages away and don't let people catch up with you. Otherwise, a lot of the combat just seemed to devolve into cases where you had lots of people fighting you all at once. And I'd never really like that in games. I don't like it when the difficulty just becomes being overwhelmed. It's not so cool. But it did at least mean you could pick off people at a distance to ease it up. I think it started pissing me off that, and you get it in a few games, where it's open world-esque. You can therefore clear out enemies in advance, but then you get to certain trigger points and more things spawn in, like directly around you. And it's like, but the whole reason I was playing stealthily and carefully is to not get surprised like this, and now you're just forcing my character into a situation that's completely contrary to how I've been playing it. And that never feels good. Certainly not the only game that I've run into that before. Like the first 12 years you thought Vegas was in California? Fair. I thought it was in Arizona, I think, to start with. It's certainly a weird placement because it's right down on the corner. So it's definitely understandable the confusion of why is it in Nevada? Why is it not in California? Or why is the Nevada border not different, I guess you could say? Like, Nevada could go up to the mountains, right? It's kind of weird that it doesn't also include Death Valley and stuff. But, whatever. Old-timey politics and drawing of state lines was weird, and now that they're set, no one's gonna mess around with them now. State pride is far too strong for them to want to change things. Expecting to have to go over this platform again, just to tidy up some of the rustier bits that I've missed. We're getting the worst of it off at least, getting all the moss off. That's a start. Up from Wyoming, Nevada is that one state everyone who's not America forgets. I would contend that Nevada people are more likely to know about because of Las Vegas. There are many more states that people, I guess it's less forget about and just don't even know exist. Like North and South Carolina and Maryland. Oh, it gave it to me anyway. Nice. There's a lot of states that a lot of people who are not in America, and even probably some who are in America, just won't know about and won't care about. Because it's like, why would you? Oh. The post is different. Okay. There's the railing, and then there's the post. Oh, and the railing is apparently segmented? That railing and that railing are two different things. Okay, that's weird. Don't mind me as I just fall to my demise. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to come around and shoot underneath. Probably easier to do that on the scaffolding rather than trying to do it from down here. The angle is just a bit too oblique from down here. Might be fine. Let's just chuck the extension on. It's just getting the bottom of that bit there that's really annoying. Because I can't go much further back without falling off. I'm also not sure what it still wants from me for that railing. I can get the post easily enough. But what is there still on that railing specifically? Because it looks clean underneath it now. Huh. And then there's this bit. This will be easy enough to get. Maybe. No, apparently I'm missing stuff with that one as well. What am I missing? What more do you want from me? Ah, the insides of the... yeah, I get you. Like the ones right on the inside here? Yeah. That. And that. Ah, hang on. Bubble gum. See, I was thinking that was just like a defect on the paintwork or something, but no, that's an extra stain that you have to specifically clean off. Let's get rid of the bubble gum then. There we go. Okay, so let's scour this off. We didn't do a complete enough job from this side, because I didn't realise that it wasn't just defects on the paintwork. Okay, so we probably want to just jump on top again. Just go along with the red, just to get rid of all of this bubble gum. What is wrong with people? Seriously. Sticking bubble gum on things. Never really got into gum chewing as a thing anyway. It doesn't taste good to me, and I don't see the point. I'd rather eat something that I actually, like, swallow and consume. I tried chewing gum at one point because I was trying to see if I could stop myself biting my nails, because I'm a nervous nail biter. But I just found myself biting my nails while chewing gum, so it really didn't help. The reason for chewing my nails is not because I specifically want something in my mouth, it's just because it's a nervous habit. In terms of forgettable states, I think probably like sort of Ohio and Michigan. Michigan people might know because of Lake Michigan. Minnesota is a state that I don't think I really knew existed until I started paying more attention to geography. But a lot of people wouldn't, because why would you? Okay, so I guess the question is, can I complete more of these railings from the outside now that I've cleaned off that bubble gum? There's the post. There's that. And it is time for me to take my first break, so I will just... yeah, this railing... oh no, that railing's done. Then there's the post. Okay, yes, we are getting the railings from underneath. I should also be working on the underneath of the platforms. If you're hip, you know Ohio is a place, you know all those memes. I don't really know all those memes, but I know Ohio is a place because some of the streamers I watch are from there. But that's pretty much it. So, yeah, chew gum so don't chew your own teeth. How do you chew your own teeth? Hitting your teeth together is not good for them. Yeah, but I don't hit my teeth together. Normally because there's a fingernail in between them, I guess. But anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Now is a good reminder to take a short break and stretch your legs, get something to drink. Be back shortly. Okay, back we come. So, let's try and get the underside of this platform now. Oh, and we're getting support beams already, that's good. The more we can ding, the better. Hitting teeth together is a nervous reaction? Fair enough then. I guess that makes sense. Like that, like clattering your teeth. My daughter grinds her teeth. I don't think it's a nervous reaction per se. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It might be. Just sit there and just kind of grind. I mean, it probably just feels funny. It makes a funny noise. But it's really hard to listen to. To like thonk her head onto my shoulder and then just grind her teeth in my ear. Thanks. Cool. Support beam. I think we've gotten all the support beams that have been going around, so that's nice. Yep, and there's another. The panels, I probably have the wrong angle to get the top of this bar as it goes around, so those I'll have to get on the scaffolding, I think. And like, yes, I can probably get the outside of the railing from down here by standing on the outside of the slide, but, you know, why bother when I can just use the scaffolding anyway? Don't need to make it any harder on myself than I need to. Just get what I can from the angles down here. And then use my tools to my advantage, like I'm supposed to. Even these underside bits I can probably get. It's getting more difficult to actually clean them from down here using this washer. It's getting, even with the extra long extension, it's getting to the limits of its usefulness. Oh, there's mold on that one. Okay, so there's mold on the underside of the slide. That's annoying. This underside apparently is not yet done. But I don't see anything specifically that I've missed. Did I just get a bad angle somewhere? Oh, it's probably underneath some of these support bits. Is there? Oh no, there isn't a gap there. Ah, I wonder if it's like on the outside edge, because I was shooting inwards the whole time. Yep, there we go. Problem solving, I can do that. And yeah, I just said that I was going to do the railings from the scaffolding, but hey, I'm here, right? So, yeah, okay. It's like, if it's not going to let me, then I won't. Oh. It's a case of whether or not I can get the underside well enough, and the angle's getting steeper and steeper for doing so from down here. I can only stand on so many hanging pixels. But apparently enough. Maybe if I don't look down, then I'm not actually standing on air, right? If you don't know something's impossible, then you can do it, right? That's the way it works. Wile E. Coyote logic. Apparently I can't quite get this railing bit. Got that bit. Got that post. That post I don't have. And nor do I have the railing next to it. I mean, I have to go all the way back up there again to do the slide regardless, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Now, the question, I guess, is do I do the underside of the slide now from here? Probably should, eh? Oh, there's a little slide frame there. Oh, we've got the base apparently. There's the frame. Still don't have that railing though. Or the railing post for that matter. What more do I need to do for the slide frame? Apparently not much. Probably use the turbo instead so I get a good swath. Do I have to do... Ah. The support is not quite... There we go, fully underneath it. So there was a little gap. Maybe the underside there. I mean, we at least know that we're never going to be any further away from it than here, because we're following the same fall of the slide. So once again, I could probably just use the scaffold to make it easier. Ugh, yeah, mold. How do you get mold on the bottom of a slide? Seriously? I love how quickly it spins and you can really appreciate it with the extra long extension on that far away. It's good fun. Unfortunately, with aim mode on, there we go, slide base. And it'll just be because of the bit on the side there. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Turbo go brr. That is how this works. Supports, good. I mean, mostly I'm just wanting to make sure that I do the underneath from this angle, because it's more annoying to try and do that from the side on with the scaffold. And I mean, if I'm going to have to turbo it anyway, it makes very little difference whether I'm doing it from the side with a short extension or something versus what I'm doing here with the extra long. It's just the upright bits that it makes sense to get from the scaffold instead, since I get a more direct angle at those. And the fact that these slide supports do not fit on the frame quite properly, kind of annoying. This one doesn't even have a support. We should actually just go... Okay, yeah. It's like, should really go over it with the yellow first to make sure that there is mold and I need to use the turbo. Yeah, there is. But it is still good practice to go over it with the yellow first, because otherwise you might just be wasting a lot of time if it would just naturally get cleared away anyway. So let's just do this, just to wash the worst of it off. And then we know what we're dealing with. It's like a laser beam. Nice. Now I'm gonna hope that I will get the rest by just doing the sides. But if I don't, then oh well. I mean, I've got to do the top side of the slide as well. I'm only looking up as I go down this way. So I'm always going to have to come back up again to do the top side. So if I need to do a pickup, then so be it. I hate how the supports in the bottom of the slide don't line up. I hate that I'm noticing it. Ah! Bollocks. Oh, so yeah, there's meant to be... just as well we don't have to clean the inside as well. Imagine if we had to clean like a spiral staircase on the inside. That would be really annoying. So, what is it about this railing? Oh, we haven't done this side here. That would definitely do it. Rather than take the extension off, I'm just going to stand well back. Okay, I still don't know what I'm missing. I thought I did, but I realized I didn't. Ah! And how this is a platforming game too. Oh, hang on. It's like a bit... Oh, it's like bubblegum or something, so it doesn't come off. Is that just like a reflection line or something? So there's something not coming off. What more do you want from me? Okay, apparently that. I don't know what I even hit, but apparently that. Cool. Thanks, game. Now, anyway, I was actually underneath here. There we go. I mean, I don't really need to stand on the outer railing, because I'm only trying to get what's directly above me. Just try and get both sides of the supports. Cool. So if I can get those supports from down here, then that's useful. Zoom. I love how clean it comes up. Just bzzz. Okay, and then the rest of it should be on the side. Make sure we get everything looking back this direction as well. There's the support, that's good. If there's any little bits hidden underneath, then I should have a better angle at them once I'm actually on the scaffold looking straight in at it. This way instead, and just aim down instead of straight up. That way I actually get the angle here as well, which is important. There's also a bit on the inside, which hopefully I'm getting enough of. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Cool. A little bit annoying that they don't give you the ding from underneath, so it's a case of I'll only know if I've got it when I do the rest. Rather large section. Try and get the back edge of that as well while I'm here, and now do yellow. I mean, the yellow I can probably get from above as well, to be fair, but... It's a case of when I'm underneath the next one, should be when I look back at the one that I'm under now. To get the reverse angle. Make sure that I get all of the yellow one. Yeah, so now I can look back at that. forward to underneath this one. Fire back at that one. And move on to the next bit. Do the one ahead. Once again, should go over with the... Oh, actually, yeah, I think we don't have mold on this one, so we can just do it with the yellow. Excellent! We've gotten through the worst of it, it seems. That's kind of weird and a bit inconsistent, but hey, I'll take it. It makes my life easier. So I will allow it. Support. Or even do just, yeah, so we don't need as a straight on angle to get it when it's not mold. Nice. Just getting a few of those. Oh, I appear to have run out of slide. That's good because it means that it'll be steadily getting closer to me. Oh, that's all done, is it? Nice. Yep, so that wasn't mold either. That is. Yes, the moldy bits extend as far as that one, it seems. Oh, it's you. Hey, you're finally awake. Ding. Didn't get this side. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, I should have left the outside of the slide actually until after doing the inside, because on the time-lapse, we're probably not going to see the inside of the slide, we'll probably only see the outside. Never mind. Technique is excellent. I know. But thank you for noticing. We're only 40% done. Damn. Okay, yeah, this is a long one. But once we start working, we've been doing a lot of the fiddly features. And we're now getting onto the large areas. Like, once we start blasting away at the panels on the sides, that percentage will go up very quickly. Jet control, 8 out of 10. Arpagers, 9 out of 10. Dude, you're not even qualified to rank me. Soap discretion. I'm not using soap. Clearly, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Sorry, give me Bernard. Now we're back to having mold again? Ooh. Why? Why could you not just leave me be without having mold? Why you gotta do me like that, game? I mean, I guess I can just use the short extension now, at least, probably. Just as I felt that I was making good ground, the mold comes back. Put us in our place. Doesn't spin as fast, I feel, on the shorter extensions. Yeah, that definitely makes a big difference. It's a thinner track though. But it does mean we can move along faster. I've just heard thunder outside, so if I disappear, that'll be why. We've not had any issues with power outages and stuff as a result from thunderstorms, but there's always the chance. Mold. Why did it have to be mold? I guess at least it's not graffiti? It's something .jpg? Okay. The outside. Did we get that? That frame is done, yeah, cool. Yeah, and this is where the angle does make a difference, because I'm not getting as good a clearance on the mold. But moving the scaffolding just to do this bit, not really worth it, but I can just jump onto the lower level for the next one round if I need to. Okay, that was actually quite generous to me, that's nice. That's a start. Nice. Oh, that one just says mud splats. Nope, there is also mold. Never mind. Psych. You thought it was mud splats, but it was I, mold. Mud splats just sounds like a variation on mudkits anyway. Hopefully the supports don't have mold. Being just metal and everything. We'll find out. See if it gives me those when I spray back at this one. Yep, good. Okay, so I can still just clear away these. Good. And get a sense of progress. So that's nice. Also at some point down here I start just smacking my head on it anyway. And this is the last of the supports. Wink. Cool. Okay, so that's the last of those. Oh, it's moldy all the way down here. Gross. That's really annoying. Still, we've done the metal supports, that's nice to know. Back to here though. When it's this close, I should probably just use like the short extension and the red instead, eh? Because then it'll be just as almost as wide a track as like the turbo on the extra long. Good song. Do love me some approaching Nirvana. Do it in rhythm. It's a reasonably large section, so hopefully it'll be a bit generous. Problem is, even though it looks like the track is a certain width, it's actually only cleaning the bits that are right in the middle. Okay, yeah, it was generous. Good. Merci beaucoup. Doing the whole underside of this all the way around is going to be really annoying with all this mold. Excuse me, drink time. Time for a drink. Time for a stretch. It's a good angle for doing this. Maybe about here, I guess. Can I just use the yellow and go really slowly? I've tried that on others, but I can't remember how well it worked. Still, we can just wash over the worst of it and know exactly where the problem areas are. This beat and music arrangement reminds me of Shadows by Lindsay Sterling. That'd be an interesting collab with someone like approaching Nirvana and her doing a bit of violin backing to some of the music. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, the angle's not great for this. I should probably be doing it from the side on. Never mind. If we get it close enough, it might be generous. Been taking advantage of its generosity so far. Yeah. Perfect. Let's just remember to do the yellow first. Which looks like it's getting the edge of the slide, the yellow bit. Nah, it has a few little bits still. That certainly gets the worst off. Still got to do the side all the way up the top as well, actually, on the scaffolding. It's like, if we're using the scaffolding anyway, then there's no reason not to for this as well. Nice, good. But we need to do underneath regardless, so. Let's clear the frame off. Electron Jazz. It's a fun name. Do love me some jazz. Do you like jazz? Very quiet though. I really hope this mold isn't on the main body of the Helter Skelter and it's just on the slide here. Okay. It's fun watching the gradient just slowly fade from the water effects. Okay. Honestly, I wouldn't be happy leaving it with those big streaks on there, so I'm glad it clears them away for me. Okay, yellow one. That's a weird shape it makes underneath there. Nice. Once again, the graduated grey of the cleaning track. We just don't want to leave any black lines along the way. Can be hard to tell sometimes with that effect whether or not you've missed something. Especially with this mold, the fact that it's not like a real hard line stain. It just kind of blends. Will it blend? Yes. Yes, it will. Turns out microorganisms, very flexible. Yeah, it's kind of a weird edge to have. I mean, I'll take it. It's less mess. It's like chill somber or something. I was wondering when it was going to ding. It felt like it was getting close. So hoping we're past the mold again. Nope. Though it's certainly not as bad. In fact, that bit is almost completely clean without any mold. Just a couple of spots. No such luck on the side though. There's a big clear section here though. And that's the thing, is that if you don't go over it with the yellow one first, wouldn't have known that there's that big clear patch. So I don't need to go over it with the red in those areas. This one's a bit better as well. Just going to go over the rest of it just with the yellow now, so I know exactly what I'm dealing with. Hey, we're 50% of the way there, so that's nice. It's really hard to get underneath down here. We're prone and there's still dirt. Well, we can get it shooting this way at least and then worry about the other direction. Just going to start working on this now, may as well. Such a steep angle, he just gets it. But the side's not going to be much better. Possibly worse. Once again, a case of if I was using a different washer, I wouldn't have this problem. But this shows the limitations of this one, that's for sure. Can't just spray with the yellow and clear away everything. Wouldn't be calling it a challenge if it wasn't one. Okay, that's a decent cleaning on all those areas. Okay, now yellow on this. I didn't do yellow on the outside up here either. I kind of just went all the way down underneath. It alternates between nice and clean areas to hideously moldy. Almost got this frame bit. What am I missing? Oh, apparently a tiny spot on that side. Okay. Cool. Okay, so where were we? Up here. I know the beat is infectious, but going that fast, clean things, slow it down. Do every half instead. Nice, that came out really nicely. Oop, there we go again. Nice. That was very generous. It's not making me hunt the last tiny little bit of mold. That's nice. See, the annoying thing with moving the scaffold for the bits way up high up there is having to run up to the top every single time. You kind of move the scaffold, run to the top, then you can't move it while you're on it. I guess I can jump off onto the slide and then move it from there maybe, but it wasn't working very well. Letting me target the ground while I was up there earlier. Guess we do the underneath while we're here, get a better line on it. Nice, okay, we've already done the outside, turns out. Good. Yep. Roaming around the city. Well, not in this game, but this is more something for like Cloudbunk or something. Or I guess Cyberpunk. I was about to say, I don't know what the frame is still wanting, and then I just tap right mouse button and boom, gone. Class section, I think. No, not quite. One more. Oh, we've done the underneath, we haven't done the outside of the next one, that's why. Sweet. Nice. Epic. Nice shot. Hey, nice shot. Okay, that is most of those done. Now it is just the bits right up high. Well, I guess we go up. I've got to do the outside of the rail itself too, actually, so yeah, this works. Wonder how forgiving that'll be for me. Nice. I'm gonna have to get the other side of those as well, that's the annoying thing. Definitely have to move the scaffolding. Actually, this slide frame is not even done properly. Ah, no. No. I can't even reach from down there. Back up we go. Yes, this is the annoying thing about the scaffolding. It's just how long it takes you to climb back up again. Be nice if there was like a ladder or something. Okay, that's all that one needed. That's all that one needed. Good, okay, I worried about nothing. And then that'll just have a little bit on the other side probably that needs to be done. We're going to be moving this anyway, I shouldn't care too much about this. Oh good. You know, while we're here, I may as well finish off these panels that I was doing. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I mean, I can probably get some of these while I'm on the slide as well. In fact, that one, yeah, there'll be angles that I can't reach from here. That's fine, we'll just get the one straight in front of me. And crucially get the top of the horizontal band, because that is what I'll struggle with from shooting up from the platform or from the slide. Yeah, too far away to even clean that effectively now. Okay. Nice. Okay, I don't think there's actually all that many left to get from there, is there? There's just like 3 of them. Okay. Let's plonk this down about there. Cool. Okay, so now I can, for one, get the panel there and the top of that band. Nice. We are going to have to move it around a little bit further again still to get the right angles on the next bands around, and also like shooting back at these supports from the other side. This one we still needed to do. Yep, this one we had done. Oops, now it's just... No! Wish there was some sort of guard railing, but at the same time I do enjoy jumping off this thing, so... Can't win. Get the turbo involved. Now we're going to have to move it a little bit further around for the next one. That's fine. But I think we're pretty good on all of this, which is nice. Slide rail. Ah, yeah, of course. So let's move this a little bit further around here. Let's just drop it in here. Just so we can get the right angle. Shooting back this way. That one's done. This one is not, I don't think. Oh, and it's hidden by that. That's really awkward. So you are done. You are not. That's... Oh, okay. Apparently everything I needed. Good. Never mind then. They were nice and didn't put dirt underneath the bit where it gets covered over by the support. Nice. I'm starting to struggle, even from this distance. That's just the railing at that point. Okay, so then this one, the base is done. That frame is done. Support frame, that's all done. Cool. So what we should check on here, slide frames 26 out of 26, bases 25 out of 25, supports 13 out of 13. Boom. 5th tier panels. There are still 4 more 5th tier panels. That's the top ones. The top panels we're done, so that's good. Right, so, because there's the 5th tier panels all up here, and we're missing some of those, but we were going to get them, hopefully, from the slide as we worked our way up. So, should we do none? And then this. And work our way up. Except we're going to need this. Is there rust on the actual slide itself? If there isn't like rust and mold here, then we can just work our way up on this. I'm not sure which is the safest thing to do, but... guess we can just do all along here. It would be really slippery to stand on though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think? Hopefully we've just got some good non-slip shoes, eh? We just clean section by section, we'll work our way up, and then we'll see what we've got left in the way of like mold and or rust to do on the way down. I do like that the railing has long sections that don't appear to have any mold on them, so that's nice. Also just like do the outside going up and then the inside coming down might be a better way of doing it. Because we get a better angle for actually cleaning it. At least for the inside, like the red bit, which is the slide wall. We have so much more slide to go. Oh, getting out in the world. Need someone's skill and integrity of private hangar. That will be the, like, special plane. So that'll be good. And then we get the hangar, which opens up a few other big jobs, like the monster truck. Suggestions for improvement? No. I'm sadly not taking suggestions at this time. Fire your jet straight up in the air and let gravity do the rest. Yeah, that wouldn't really work. I see you know nothing about power washing. Pressure washing. Use a succession of single bursts from point blank range to significantly reduce wall glare. Water usage. I mean, I do that on some of the challenge maps. When you're doing the water challenge maps, that's kind of handy. Time and wetness may become factors. Time and wetness often goes hand in hand. I just realised I should be shooting way further ahead on my way up because there's probably bits underneath that I've been missing. Maybe if we crouch instead, but then I can't get the tops very easily. It's such a balance between, yeah, trying to get a good angle on the stuff head, while also still getting stuff that's closer, like the inside angle doesn't come up until I'm right next to it. Hopefully there's nothing hidden under the bits of that. I mean, if I've been thorough enough, which I don't think I have been, but if I've been thorough enough on the inner slide wall, then I think slide wall should actually complete when I get to the top. Because it hasn't had any mold or anything on it. That's only on the railings, looks like. And if it hasn't completed, then we know to hunt for more bits on the way down. We are only halfway up the slide, by the way. Oh boy. At least the mold seems to have subsided for now on the railings. Well, the inside one still has a bunch. The outside one's been pretty good though. Looks like I've done the inner railing up here. That's handy. Don't even remember doing that. And now I've got mold on the outer railing again. Ooh. I'm just gonna clean this bit. Because I can. It'll be while I was doing the channel lights probably. I must have done that. I'm gonna get such bad glare on my way down probably while I'm doing things, but at least I won't have to look directly at the slide while I'm going down because that'll already be clean is the idea. So hopefully that'll help take the edge off and it won't be quite as punishing with the reflection. Kind of wish there was like a day-night cycle in this and you just had a flashlight on your helmet or on your washer so that it illuminated what you were looking at. That would be really helpful in just dark places anyway. Or when places are in shadow. I think we're almost at the top again? It's hard to say. The scale is deceiving. But judging by the progress on the slide wall and slide, I think we're nearly there. Hooray! And we've been kind of cleaning this backwards because we wouldn't want all the dirty water then flowing down over what we've just cleaned, but whatever. There's the slide. There's one slide wall. The other slide wall still has little bits apparently, so I must have missed some areas. That's a shame. Oh, there's the reflections. Just taking the slide at this point. Whee! There we go. Slide wall done. Good. Right. Railing. May as well. Yeah, hopefully the reflection off the main slide bit won't be too bad as we're doing the railing. Ow. There's the glare. Did they need to make it that realistic? I guess if we look the other way, like we're working our way down, but we can go this way so we're always looking upwards, and maybe that'll help. And this way we can clean the inner track when we get to bits like this, so we can now go, oh, I need to clean the inside line as well. I haven't been even looking at the main body of it. I'm just doing one thing. Finish off these slide bits, that way I know they're done. Before I try and do the main body of the thing. Oh, hello, vertical frame. Alright. Excuse you. The vertical frame is one of those bits that you have to be careful when you're doing the channel lights at the start for the achievement about cleaning all the light pieces first, because the vertical frames are the bits that the lights are actually inside of. So if you're not careful, you will clean a vertical frame as well as a channel light piece. That's honestly one of the cases where using the basic washer is actually really handy, because you're less likely to accidentally clean another piece because it's not effective enough to do so. It's kind of amusing. Maybe I should just do the inner rail going down, in fact, and then come back up and do the outer rail coming back up. Or maybe I should have done vice versa. Because I want to go back up again to start working my way down for the actual outer bits. I don't want to be cleaning too far off to the left at any point. Almost at the end of this rail. Hopefully it'll give me the ding for that. Come on, come on. Yes. I was worried I'd miss too much. Little bits here and there. It's not actually all that much on the outer rail left to do anyway. It's just kind of spots randomly on the way up. So that's handy. can't actually remember where the gnome is on this map. There we go. Good. Where is the gnome? Ah, he's over there. On top of the carousel. Alright, so the no, it's 4th tier panels. There's still some 5th tier panels I've not finished. I'm guessing the other ones around here. Oh, here's some. Ah, yes. Okay, that's that. Oh yeah, because I was going to get them on the scaffold, but now I'm just kind of not using the scaffold. And then we'll just use our jumping prowess instead. Or the turbo. Might get it. Not enough splash. Not enough splash. Rip. We might need the scaffolding after all. Or not. Why are we making it hard for us? It's already difficult enough. Oh, I forgot you can't jump. I also can't just put it down. Like, you can't cancel it, I don't think. Okay, let's just plonk that there. So why am I making it more painful than it needs to be? I mean, I'm already doing that anyway with this challenge, right? So, there you go. So that's all the 5th tier panels done. So now we should be able to get the 4th tier panels. And the ring frame for that. Up and down, and up and down. Go. Perfect. And hey, let's just start on some of the 3rd ones as well. So we should really just do everything that we can from this point for when we then move it. And we would probably be able to also do some from the slide if we need to as well. I wonder if the cat's around somewhere. We've seen the gnome. Often there's the ginger cat hangs around as well. Maybe not because we've already been here before. Oh, good. Ding ding. That one's already done anyway, it's like. Okay, so now we want to go around the back side again. Just in front of these bits here, I think. Okay. 4th tier panel is done. The ring frame is not. Oh, that's not the thing I'm looking at. That's the... Oh yes, it is. 4th tier ring frame. 4th tier panels. There are still 4 more to be done. Must be further around, I think. Because all the ones here seem to be done. We're now looking at the 3rd tier panels. There's one of them. Such an emotional ride. There's so many tiers to it. Well, that's all I can do from this point, I think. But we can also try and chip away at some of these second tier bits. Most of the lower layers, the first and second tier, we're going to do from ground anyway. But these bits being above the level of the slide are going to be difficult to do. So I want to do them from while I'm on top of the scaffold. So then we want to move around to be the other side of that sign over there, looks like. Bing! We're at 77%. Don't take another short break, stretch my legs, have a drink. I shall be back shortly. Okay, and we're back. Hope you had a good break. So let's move this around a little bit further. Somewhere around here, perhaps? Should hopefully only need to move it like 3 times. So that'll be the 4th tier panels that still need to be done. So there's 1, 2, 3. Is it that one that needs to be done? No. Is it? So I thought there was 1 more that needs to be done. Well, I can't see which it is from here. So tough. Oops. 3rd tier panels, there's a few. Okay, we're gonna have to move this once more probably. Just because of the angles of these support barriers, if nothing else. Also not quite sure. There's the edge of these vertical frame bits as well. We're getting a bit off there, but I think I didn't get the other side of that one probably. Or it just goes further down. That 3rd tier panel is not dinging for me. Yeah, I think I moved a little bit too far around. I was trying to get it in just like 3 movements, but I think you just have to commit to 4. That's just how much it takes. Might also just need to go up here just to get another little look. Ah, there we go. There's the 4th tier ring. But I'm still not seeing which panel is not done. But to get the 3rd tier rings, so that's the panel, still isn't done. Do you think it would be too much to use an enormous catapult at the top to propel my customers down the slide? I think you mean slingshot, not catapult. I think catapult will fling them off. A slingshot would propel them forwards onto the slide, but then they would fly off because the slide goes downhill. This guy has no idea about either A, power washing, or B, physics. That's concerning to me. When he's trying to run a slide. I mean, the correct answer is, I don't know, mate. Why don't you try it yourself and find out? So, we're still missing a few third tier bits as well as one fourth tier still, I believe. So we might have to go chasing that. Fourth tier panels, yeah, there's one that is not done. And a lot of third ones that aren't done, because it seems I wasn't really paying good attention to those. Fourth, 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 fourth. Oh. Yeah, you're not done. You're not done at all. Yeah, I probably should have been able to see that from there. But the angle is a bit extreme. The fourth tier ring frame is done though. And it's just about doing third panel bits still. Of which 7 I still need to do. So there's 1. So now 6. We can probably do them from the slide. Yep. Take off the extension now. Good. 8. No, 10. 11. 12. That one's done. Ah, there's also these vertical frame bits. Since I'm right here, I should try and make sure that they are all tidied up as well. And bits that are going to be difficult to do from below, such as the top of the ring. Third tier panel, third tier panel, third tier panel. Ring. Vertical frame, sides, ring there, third panel sides. Oh, that's a second tier panel done. That for some reason wasn't. There we go. Once again, it's a case of if they're going to be difficult to do from below, I should do them from here. Thankfully, they don't have mold all over them. Third tier ring frame still has quite a lot of stuff on it. Maybe second tier would have been good to do from the scaffolding too, because then I can get the top of the ring. So the panel itself seems fine. That's a bit that I haven't got. There we go. Third tier panel clean. I guess the further I stand back, the easier I can clean things. A better angle. Creepy entranceway. Once I start cleaning the entranceway, if you don't like clowns, you should probably look away. It's kind of weird. Okay, so how are we at for third tier panels now? They're still missing 1, and the frame. Why am I missing 1? I can see why I'm missing the frame, because I haven't done the underside of it there. I think at this point I just do the second and first tier as I work my way around. And then I just come back and I finish with the entranceway, right? Should be how it works. So the vertical frames I should also expect to complete. Yeah, second tier frame, there's a little panel, there's just a little bit, oh that was the third tier frame, that's good. It's just a little bit at the top of the entranceway there, I think. That's annoying. That's annoying as well. the time of year when we get flies, even though it's not a sunny day today, it's still warm. And they just hang around. Once they're in my office, they just zip around all over the place. It's very annoying. At least it's not Australia, they get much worse flies. Cool, so that's that. So that second tier panel is still lacking, and I think it's just right up the top there in that little nook next to the entranceway. Is it? Yes, yes it is. Wrong one. There you go. Good. Oh, and like I was saying as well, I think the ring I might need to do from above. But maybe not. Yeah, we should get the vertical frames as we go around as well. If not, we know that we've got to chase those. So just within range for the short extension to actually work. Maybe we switch to the long one. Cool, that's that. And first and down. Cool. Yeah, let's just go long extension just so we know that we're getting everything. Nice. Cool. Now, vertical frame. Good. Second tier panel. Good. First tier panel. Good. Vertical frame. See, there's a bit of black mark on top of the ring there. Never mind, there's no helping it. Second tier. First tier. Vertical panel, vertical frame, sorry. There we go. Second tier panel. First tier panel. The ring. Vertical frame. Nice. Second tier panel is already done. And there's the second tier ring as well. So hopefully that's all of the second tier panels now done. First tier ring. We can now just go down to the short extension, if that. Vertical frame. Those. First tier panel. Not done. Ah. There we go. Both frames done. Panel. There. Ring. There. Crouch. Well, prone in fact. Vertical panel. No, vertical frame. First tier panel. Vertical frame not done. Probably need to get a bit closer in. Yeah, it'll be stuff on the other side of the slide for those ones. That's fine. Weak. Yep, so vertical frame. There we go. First tier panel. Vertical frame. First tier panel. Ring. Vertical frame. First tier panel. Bottom ring. Vertical frame. Ding. That should be all the vertical frames now. Second tier panel. First tier panel, sorry. Ding and ding. Good. Now, this panel is not done. Probably because of a bit right up there again, same as the other bit. We've also got to do the top of the entranceway, so we actually need to go running around the slide to drop down on that. Whoop. Because yeah, we actually need to do the bits in the sides of that entranceway and the top. So we may as well just spray down and get whatever we can from this angle. That should involve getting this, the second tier panel. Oh no, it's a little bit further down, isn't it? Okay. Well, I kind of got it, but I also kind of missed it. Can we jump up? Ah, we can. Hardcore parkour. There we go. Done. Spray his creepy hairline. Jimmy Carr, the ride. Whee! Okay. Decoration, apparently. Right, well, let's take inventory. What are we almost at that we haven't completed? 99% on third tier panels. We are missing one third tier panel, apparently. Which is not the one above the entrance, which is kind of what I expected to see. Third tier panel, third tier panel. Nope. 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 This one. Why are you not clean? There we go. Gotcha. So now it is just all on the decorations at the front. So, we might as well start with the flagpoles, to be honest, or the signposts. Could also just as easily if it left them till last, to be honest, but whatever. What's there left on that one? That one looks pretty clean. They both do, in fact. Apparently, there's little bits that are not done. Do I have to, like, turbo in here or something? Oh, there's just, like, a little bit on this backside, maybe? There we go. Ah, it's the pole, like the dome on top. There we go. Okay, so that's those done. Oh, there we go. Why is there bubble gum all on the side of the stairs? What is wrong with people? Who puts bubble gum on the side like that? Oh well, whatever. Well, these are all considered part of the stairs, I guess, including the bits on the inside. Oh well, whatever. At least the bubblegum stains stand out. So it's really easy to tell when you've done them. It's not like mold where it can fade in. At least this stands out really well against the yellow especially. So there's that. Silver linings. You're gonna make me clean something disgusting, at least it stands out. Okay, but the stairs are all just part of the much larger bit. And it actually goes all the way, including the metal bits in the middle. It's not like railings and then stairs, it's all just stairs. Okay. Well, may as well do the door decoration. As I said before, if you don't much like clowns and clown-like things, then maybe don't look at this, because it's kind of disturbing. Basically, you get swallowed by this weird clown-faced thing, processed through its vertical, upward-reaching digestive system, and then it craps you out at the top and you fall down the slide. That's my read on this. Have fun, kids. Be consumed and shut out by the giant clown monster. Yeah, that's a seller. Mold on the door? Okay. And yet it's still not clean. Entry door. Have to get right up inside. Guess we take the extension off for a start. Tiny bits of mold again. Why does it always do this to me? To be fair, it's probably like rust on the doorknob too. Maybe an upward angle. Trying to see if anything shows up against the cursor as actually being dirty. Oh, there's like a tiny bit of mold down the edge here or something. I think that was on the door frame. There we go. Okay. Entry door frame, door decoration, and stairs. Last 3 things to go. We have done this well. Go away, fly. Drink time. Annoys me I have to get in right underneath this as well. So let's just switch to the yellow, because under there's probably fine. There's mold right up in here. Great. Up in the corners there, looks like. Okay. I mean, it wasn't very forgiving on the door, so I don't know how forgiving to expect it to be on the door frame. Okay. Better. All these awkward angles on the door surround. All the bits in the corners of his moustache and everything. Which, to be fair, I might not even have to worry about. No, I didn't. Good. Stairs is the last thing left. Okay, time to do the bubble gum now. I guess at least it's not all the way down to the ground level on here. It's just where people have leaned over and slapped it off the stairs, I guess. Still weird and still disgusting, but could be worse. Okay, more bubble gum. May as well just keep using the red from this point, to be honest, because it's going to be a mixture of bubblegum and rust, so either way is going to take the red nozzle. One side done. Right. Kind of annoying that it's not broken down into small sections. But hopefully that means that the generosity will be larger. So if I miss little bits of rust here and there, it won't be the end of the world. These stairs have a bit of everything. There's mold on the uprights and there's rust on the flats. Great. Maybe we do the uprights first. We should probably do them from the bottom going up. Do the uprights first and then do the rust coming down. Almost done. So this has been about a, what, 2.5 hour job or something? Pretty big. Not necessarily the largest, but pretty big. The annoying thing that it doesn't let you walk downstairs when you're looking down at a certain point. I'd forgotten about that. That's kind of annoying. So you then just have to do like an awkward jump forwards to get to the next step. I look like some demented bunny rabbit on the time lapse. Bet I'll have to go chasing Rust a little bit. Rust and or bubblegum. Can't remember how big the jet plane job is, whether to jump straight into that after this if I'll have time, otherwise I might have to leave that one. Yeah, and it's a little bit annoying that they don't open up multiple jobs anymore. Oh, there's Rust and bubblegum on these steps. Fantastic. And it doesn't look nearly done enough for having only one step to go. Yeah. Great. This is going to be a Rust hunt, I think. Okay, what have I missed? Get the obvious bits first. Yeah, some random bits on the sides? Okay, that's weird. I don't even see anything wrong with those bits, but okay. You do you, game. You're the boss. Feels like there's a lot more missing than what I can see. Oh, there's a few bits of bubblegum on the side there. The sides must be missing a bunch as well. It's just really hard to see defects on the corners and stuff, but the amount that's left, it's like, did I miss something pretty significant? Oh, there's all sorts of little bits of bubblegum still here, I guess, that I thought that I'd gotten because I couldn't see it anymore. I was saying how great it was that it stood out against the yellow, but turns out the last remnants do not stand out at all, and then you have to come back and hunt for it. Great. Thanks, bubblegum. Thanks, annoying people. Should also make a distinction between, like, there's bubblegum and then there's chewing gum. Just like normal chewing gum. Bubblegum is worse. Because it's designed to just be sticky and... yeah, it's just rank stuff. Okay, well, I'm sure there's other bits, but even pressing tab, I can barely see anything on that side, so let's go this side. Okay, yeah, that's a lot more than I've missed here. Naked eye, can't tell a damn thing. Hit tab, there it all is. Yeah, thanks devs. Thanks for making it that subtle. Oh, there's a lip underneath here as well. Maybe that's all that it needs, really. It's just this lip that goes the whole way down. I was just looking at it too straight on to notice. I wonder if that's on the other side too, and how much have I done of it? Turns out I've accidentally done it pretty well, so never mind. Back to cleaning bubblegum, I guess. Probably a bit of that earlier with there was that railing that just didn't want to clean. It was probably the same sort of thing. There it is. Yeah. Just cleaning stains that I couldn't even tell were there. Cool. Helter Skelter done. Whee! It's a colourful time lapse, that's for sure. Zoom, and then going up, and then going down again. Yay! Excellent.